here today. First, because I just heard that we will no longer need dentists in the future. But also because I think that the Connected Conference is a milestone for the French Tech Fest. It's a key milestone. And that a festival of the French Tech you've probably heard of. It's unique in Europe. It will last throughout the month of June. It's probably actually the biggest thing in the Internet of Things. And the idea behind it is to say we know how to party in France, but we also know to be serious, but not to take ourselves too seriously. So after the revolution brought by smartphones, connected objects are the next step. They will transform the world in all and every sectors. It's true of health and welfare, housing, security, entertainment, and they are a real opportunity for the industry in general and for the French industry in particular. The interest, as you know, in connected objects is stronger than ever before. And the recent takeover of Nest, or even the estimated valuation of Jawbone, represents a shift in the magnitude for connected object companies. These gadgets, they're not a fad. Various projections in the number of connected objects by 2020 suggest that we're only at the beginning. And in that respect, France is well positioned, and I'm convinced that it can maintain its top rank among world leaders in the field. Last week, I met some American VCs with the French president, François Hollande. We were in the Élysée Palace, and they told us about their shilly-shallying about investing in France. Not always for rational reasons, but still, as a member of the government, it's very important for me to hear what they say. But they also told me that they were astonished by the energy and the enthusiasm of the French ecosystem that they met and they didn't know about. And I think that IoT can be a key asset for this reconciliation between perception on one hand and political willingness together with reality on the other. Because in that particular field, a globally competitive French industry is right within our grasp, and France can claim first mover advantage with several technology companies in good position, can also claim a good R&D basis, good tax and regulatory incentives, yes, I'm saying it, it's not a taboo, and very high-skilled workers, engineers specifically, and digital transformations more generally going on in all the various sectors of the economy, which is an opportunity for that industry to fit in. Let me give you just a few examples. According to the last Thomson Reuters ranking, France is the most innovative European country with 12 French companies included in the top 100. And many French startups were present at the last CES in January in Las Vegas, and innovations were presented by Netatmo, by Parrot, Withing, Sensei, or Medicimo, and they all received well-deserved awards. So in order to strengthen what is a real potential, the French government has decided to launch what we called un plan industriel, an industrial agenda specially dedicated to IoT. The outline was crafted by the CEO of Withing, by Eric Carrel, so by a startup, and it associates all the French actors in the industry, including the big groups. And it's yesterday only that with Arnaud Montebourg, the minister in charge of the economy and industry, that agenda was officially approved and launched. It aims to develop a French industrial savoir-faire in the field of connected objects. Our ambition is to build a strong industrial basis for French IoT, for the tech and manufacturing, to reach out to French consumers, to journalists, and to international opinion leaders. And that will be a major focus of the communication strategy surrounding that agenda, because we're pretty good at savoir-faire. I'll say it with the English accent, which I just like to hear, the savoir-faire. But we're not always so good at the faire savoir. So we will first set up a unique IoT industrial cluster in Angers, and this is going to happen by the end of this year. I see in the room my friend Luc Bello, who's the MP for the constituency of Angers, strongly backing up that project. This cluster will bring together in a single location open offices, co-working spaces, prototyping tools, and all the necessary skills: mechanical engineering, plastics, electronics, you name it. These sets will foster open innovation and accelerate the development of new objects. So if this pilot project fits the needs of companies which design and which develop connected objects, then other sites will blossom elsewhere in France. Secondly, as part of that industrial plan, on the B2C front, we want to publicize French connected objects to consumers. Our startups need a strong domestic market. This is why we will promote showrooms in commercial spaces and public spaces to bring together several connected objects. And I will start with my own office, which is turning into a showroom in itself. Companies and administrations are also significant potential customers, particularly for health and welfare applications, and we're in contact liaison with the Ministry of Health in that respect. The deployment of a European network dedicated to connected objects will also be, in my opinion, a decisive step for the dissemination of the users, which is something that the agenda also points out. And finally, I'm convinced that integrating connected objects within the broader industrial landscape will optimize, it will deeply transform businesses, logistics, processes, production, identification, and traceability. Building French solutions for IoT development will require a common understanding of the challenges we have to face, common terms of reference, and industry-led standards to forward innovation and growth. So as you can see, and together with real financial support, this agenda is truly ambitious, and I'm particularly glad that private and public sectors together, startups and large companies together, all the various stakeholders are fully involved in the accomplishment of that plan. This is a first in itself. France is big on progress. It embraces change no matter what you might have heard to the contrary. And the world needs to hear it loud and clear. That's why I hope that next year, during the French Tech Fest, we will host an even larger event in France to welcome entrepreneurs, journalists, VCs from all around the world. And this event will allow the IoT French tech community to shine. And I actually think that the Connected Conference, as well as other IoT initiatives, such as the dedicated trade show, keynotes, businesses meetings, or IoT award ceremony, could actually become part of that more global event. It is an invitation. You've paved the way. Let's transform it into a highway on which IoT French companies can roll out the carpet. So I will not mention the color. Actually, you know what? Whatever the color of the carpet, but we will conquer the international markets. The energy I saw this morning, the energy I get to see every day in my job is clearly invigorating, it is inspiring, and as a policymaker, I want to give you some just simple tips. I think you actually don't need to receive them, but let's just share them with you. Never lose your faith in digital revolution. Keep getting inspired. Experiment, explore, enjoy, fail sometime. Work together, collaborate, share your building bricks, combine them, add them, play, and create new innovations. You're still one step ahead from politics, but be sure that the French government is moving fast forward, and we will be there for you, and we will be there as an asset. And beware, I can run fast. So I'll be your advocate. You can rely on me. I need to be able to rely on you. Good luck, and see you next year. Thank you.
Okay, shall we take, is there one quick question? Would anyone like to pose a question? Otherwise